Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Vault Treasures. Act I begins with a single moment of discovery, a moment that could happen to anyone watching right now. Imagine this. You're sorting through a handful of old pocket change, maybe the coins resting at the bottom of a drawer or inside a dusty jar you haven't touched in years, and suddenly one quarter catches your eye. A simple 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Ordinary, or so it appears. But what if I told you that one of these unassuming coins recently sold for an astonishing $543,000? Yes, more than $500,000 for a single quarter so rare, so extraordinary, that the discovery felt almost unreal. Before you think it's impossible, let me assure you, life-changing finds like this do not happen to the lucky few. They happen to the people who pay attention. People like you. As you hear this, a quiet question might be forming in the back of your mind. Could I have one of these? And that, right there, is where your journey begins. But before we dive into the mystery behind this quarter, a quick pattern interrupt. Have you ever thought a 25-cent coin could buy you a luxury car? No? Well, buckle up, because today, a quarter might just buy you a mansion in the hills. Act 2 takes us deeper into the heart of the story. The why, the how, and the breathtaking truth behind this rare treasure. The 1965 no-mint mark quarter became a legend because of a rare production error during a historic transition in U.S. coinage. In the mid-1960s, the mint shifted from 90% silver coins to the new copper-nickel clad composition. This high-pressure transition led to a handful of experimental strikes, wrong planchets, and mismetal errors being released into circulation. Some of these rare error quarters, struck on silver planchets instead of clad, slipped through undetected. And those few survivors, those glorious anomalies, are now among the most sought-after and high-value coins in the entire Washington quarter series. That's what drives today's staggering $543,000 market price, and experts believe demand will only grow as collectors compete for the last remaining examples. Now, here's where excitement shifts into urgency, because the truth is simple. These quarters are already out there. They're not sitting in museums. They're not sealed away in government vaults. They are hiding in collections, old envelopes, change jars, inherited boxes, and in the hands of everyday Americans. People just like you. Every time someone trades a handful of coins at a gas station, you could be watching a small fortune pass from one hand to another. That fear of missing out. Yes, it's real and it's powerful. But so is the opportunity standing right in front of you. And before we continue, here's your next pattern interrupt. Imagine explaining to your friends that you just made $500,000 because you checked your spare change. They might laugh until you show them the auction receipt. As Act 2 reaches its height, the focus shifts from a rare coin to something much deeper. This is not just about numismatics. It's about financial transformation. It's about the possibility that an overlooked object could open a door to a new chapter. More freedom, more comfort, more wealth. These coins aren't selling for thousands. They're selling for hundreds of thousands. And the people who find them aren't experts. They're everyday individuals who dared to believe that extraordinary value can hide in ordinary places. Act 3 guides your viewer toward action, clarity, and inspiration. This is the moment where everything comes together. You now understand the history, the rarity, and the explosive demand for the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter error. Now you realize why collectors and investors are fighting for these pieces with intensity, and why the market reached a breathtaking $543,000. This is your moment to act, before the next wave of discovery sends prices even higher. You open your drawer, your safe, your coin jar, and you begin searching through your old quarters. You examine each one with intention, with focus, with purpose. Because today, unlike yesterday, you know exactly what this single moment could mean for you. You know what a quarter from 1965 with the wrong metal could be worth. You know what $500,000 can do for your life, your home, your family, your future. And here's the final pattern interrupt before we reach the end. If someone once told you a quarter can't change your life, feel free to send them this video. Because today, right now, a simple coin from 1965 is rewriting financial stories across America. As the story closes, your viewer is no longer just someone watching a video. They're a seeker, a treasure hunter, someone stepping into a new world of high-value coin discovery. And with every coin they check, Every drawer they open, they step closer to the possibility of joining that elite group of people who turned a 25-cent piece into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wealth is not always found in banks or investments. Sometimes it's sitting quietly in the palm of your hand. And that is the power, the promise, and the inspiration behind the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter error worth $543,000. The question now is simple. Are you ready to find yours? Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just a few $100s, but hundreds of thousands. Now, picture this. A humble 1993 Washington quarter dollar. One you might have overlooked in your collection, quietly hiding a mistake that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in the world today. Yes, I said sought after. The kind of coin that can instantly elevate a collector to the millionaire circle. But here's the twist. You may already own one and not even know it. Shocking, right? It's almost like finding a treasure map inside your wallet, except this one is real, tangible, and worth $438,000 in today's market. Before we dive in, ask yourself, when was the last time something sitting on your shelf could change your financial destiny overnight? If the answer is never, then get ready. Because what I'm about to reveal will make you question every coin you've ever dismissed as common. And yes, even your pocket change may be hiding a fortune. The 1993 Washington quarter dollar isn't just any quarter. It carries an error so subtle, so rare, that most collectors wouldn't even notice it at first glance. This isn't about scratches, discoloration, or a smudge. It's a precise minting anomaly, one that turned a standard circulation coin into a golden ticket for the few who spotted it in time. Now imagine the scene. A quiet collector flips through a box of old quarters, thinking he's looking at ordinary coins, and then, bam! He spots something different. His pulse quickens, his hands tremble slightly, and suddenly, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. That's the power of a coin like this. The market demand is insane. Collectors are willing to pay massive sums to own a piece that practically doesn't exist in pristine form. For $138,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. And here's a humorous thought. If you've ever said, I'm just going to spend this quarter on gum, maybe think twice. Because someone else would pay almost $500,000 for it. But why this coin? Why now? Because scarcity drives value. And the 1993 quarter error is not just scarce. It's a unicorn in the numismatic world. Every year that passes, fewer and fewer error coins remain in excellent condition. Waiting could mean losing the chance of a lifetime. That's the fear, the urgency, the thrill that fuels the market. Every collector, every investor, every treasure hunter is on the lookout. And you could be next up. Why now? You might be asking yourself, do I really have one? And the truth is, many Americans do, buried in drawers, jars, even piggy banks. But the difference between owning a common coin and a life-changing collectible is awareness. Knowledge is what turns a simple 1993 quarter into $438,000. It's what separates the dreamers from the millionaires. In a world where ordinary coins are just that, ordinary, your coin could be extraordinary. Every curve, every mint mark, every tiny flaw is what makes this quarter not just a collectible, but a treasure in high demand. And here's a little secret. The longer you wait, the higher the stakes. The market is not slowing down. Collectors and investors are competing fiercely for each rare coin that appears. If you hesitate, someone else will claim the prize that could have been yours. So here's the final thought. Check your collection. Examine every quarter with care. You might just hold a coin that could redefine your future. And remember, fortune favors the informed, the bold, and those who act before the world catches on. The 1993 Washington quarter dollar error isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to a lifestyle that only the lucky and the knowledgeable can access. Don't wait. The opportunity is rare, the demand is sky high, and the reward? Potentially life-changing. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one that most people pass by without a second glance. But this isn't just any coin. This is a 1995 mint mark Washington quarter, an unassuming silver-toned relic that could change your life forever. Most quarters are worth just 25 cents, but this one? This current market value stands at an astonishing $398,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $400,000 for a single quarter. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter? Really? That's exactly what makes this coin so extraordinary. While the rest of the world continues to sweep coins under the rug, collectors and savvy investors are hunting for this rare gem. And here's the secret. The 1995 D Mint Mark quarter isn't just rare. It's an error coin. A mistake that the US Mint made decades ago, and mistakes like these are what make collectors pay fortunes. But let's pause for a moment. Picture your hand closing around a coin that could secure your future. Could it be in your pocket right now, tucked away in a jar of old change? Or worse, sitting forgotten in a drawer? Fear not, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for and why this coin is in such high demand. The story begins in 1995, a year most of us barely remember. Grunge was fading, the internet was just beginning, and the US Mint was busy producing billions of coins. Among these ordinary quarters, a handful emerged with a unique twist, the D Mint Mark error. These coins, almost identical to regular quarters, bear subtle anomalies that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Now here's where the excitement hits. Imagine attending a coin show, rubbing shoulders with collectors, dealers, and investors. People who know the value of history, rarity, and precision. They recognize the 1995 D Mint Mark not just as a coin, but as a symbol of opportunity, a ticket to wealth that few will ever realize they possess. And the rush? The adrenaline of discovering one of these error coins is unlike anything else. You might be wondering, how does a tiny mistake make a coin worth hundreds of thousands? That's the magic of the numismatic world. When the minting process slips, when a die misaligns or a marking is off, the result is a one-of-a-kind collectible. Errors like this are nature's way of rewarding the observant, the patient, and the bold. And here's a little humorous thought to reset your attention. If you've ever thought your spare change is useless, think again, because one day, that 25-cent coin you dropped behind the couch could make your neighbor's jaw drop in disbelief. Now let's connect the dots. The 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter is in massive demand, and it's not slowing down. Collectors are hunting, investors are bidding, and auctions are exploding with offers. There's an urgency here that cannot be overstated. If you've ever found a handful of quarters in your attic, or inherited coins from a family collection, you may be holding the key to unimaginable wealth. Imagine waking up tomorrow, knowing you could transform a forgotten coin into a life-altering fortune. $398,000 isn't just a number. It's freedom. Freedom to retire early, to travel, to live life on your terms. But the window for opportunity is narrow. As more people discover this secret, the market becomes fiercely competitive. Those who hesitate risk watching someone else seize the fortune that could have been theirs. So here's the question you must ask yourself. Could this coin be in your collection right now? Have you overlooked a treasure hiding in plain sight? The time to act is now. Examine every quarter, every coin, and every inheritance. Because one mistake made by the Mint decades ago could be the very reason you never have to worry about money again. And before we close, a final thought to spark your excitement. In the world of rare coins, fortune favors the bold. The 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter is proof that what others discard as ordinary could be extraordinary beyond imagination. It's not just a coin. It's a story, a legacy, and a path to wealth waiting for the right person. So, as you go through your coins, remember this. Some of the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. One coin, one discovery, one decisive moment could transform your life forever. The 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter is rare, it's powerful, and it's waiting. Will you be the one to recognize it? Will you seize the opportunity while others remain oblivious? Your fortune may be just a coin away. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one that the world thought was ordinary, overlooked in drawers, jars, or the bottom of your pocket. Now, imagine that same coin being worth nearly $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we uncover one of the most extraordinary numismatic discoveries of our generation, the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington $2 error. This isn't just any coin. This is the kind of coin that transforms lives, turns casual collectors into legends, and could unlock a wealth you never dreamed possible. But here's the thing. Most people will never even notice it sitting quietly in their change. You might be thinking, a quarter? Really? $500,000. And I wouldn't blame you. Sounds insane. But this coin is not only rare, it carries a story. A mistake frozen in metal that collectors across the country are chasing like treasure hunters racing against time. And you could be one of them. Let's step back. In 1979, the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters. Most went on to serve their purpose in everyday life, slipping into wallets, parking meters, and soda machines. But among these ordinary coins, a very small number were minted with an error, a subtle yet powerful anomaly in the D-mint mark. To the untrained eye, it's just another quarter, but to collectors, it's a golden opportunity. A coin that can command astonishing prices, sometimes reaching $476,000 on today's market. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of money for a coin from my change jar. And that's exactly why this is so thrilling. There's a mix of fear and excitement here. The fear that someone else might find it before you, and the thrill that it could be in your possession, waiting quietly to change your life. Picture it. A single coin once overlooked, transforming your financial reality. And the best part? These coins are in extremely high demand. Rare errors like this don't come around often. Collectors, investors, even museums are on constant alert for them. And just to reset your mind for a second, did you know statistically you are more likely to be struck by lightning than to find a coin like this in your pocket? Yet here you are learning about it. Life has a funny way of giving opportunities to those who pay attention. Doesn't it? Here's where it gets even more intense. Every day, coins like this quietly change hands for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And once discovered, their value only climbs. Imagine someone finds the 1979 D-error coin and decides to sell it tomorrow. Your chance to claim one slips further away. The urgency is real, and the demand is unprecedented. Collectors are watching, dealers are scouting, and the clock is ticking. Now, if you have coins tucked away in jars, drawers, or even your car's cup holder, I urge you to take a closer look. Because sometimes, life-changing opportunities are hiding in the most mundane places. And when you find a coin like the 1979 D-Mint Mark Washington quarter, it's not just money. It's a legacy, a story, and the key to a wealthier lifestyle you've always dreamed of. So, as you go about your day, think about this. Ordinary coins can hold extraordinary secrets. And the next $500,000 coin could very well be in your hands, waiting for you to recognize its true value. Don't let it slip away. Your journey into the rare and highly valuable world of coin collecting starts now.